We are headed into Memorial Day weekend. It's the Friday, May 27th or whatever. We are going to be updating around the garden and the house. So this might be a little bit long and include kind of all the projects for Memorial Day weekend. Today, I found a local gardener in a Facebook group, and I went and I bought some herbs and peppers and tomatoes, and I got those in the ground yesterday. I found someone dividing their red raspberries and blackberries, so I got those in the ground. Tomorrow, there's a native plant sale with the local metro parks, so Summit County Metro Parks, so I'm going to go native plant shopping, hopefully, if it's affordable. And we're going to be adding a ceiling fan to the bunny barn, taking out another screen window. We are putting hardware cloth up over some parts of our windows because one of our cats just took down a screen and got out last night, and we don't want that to happen. So there's going to be a lot of planting, continuing to give the strawberries space, some weeding. And so right now I'm going to show you what I did on Friday. This is the okra bed, and the okra is coming up nicely. This is a squash that I picked up today and a loofah that she gave me for free. I'm into loofah and natural sponges, but I just wasn't sure if I was ready this year, but I guess I am. And in this bed, I know that I've got some beans coming in and some, maybe a melon. There's some more beans, or that's the gherkins, and that's some beans maybe. And here's some squash, and I put some sweet corn over here. We've also been slowly moving some of the dock because I like the look of this. So imagine that kind of edging the driveway is the goal. I bought this pepper from a local gardener. You can see we've got beans coming in right there. This is a pepper I started and another pepper I started. I put some sweet corn there, maybe, I think, I don't remember. And like something is happening here and I don't remember what. Something is happening there. I don't remember what. And you can see I've got my little friends here and here, so I'm excited about that. Tomatoes we'll be building cages for this weekend, and I put a little basil in. I've got my peppers there. These are tomatillos I bought from a local organization that hopefully are gonna do well. And melon, I think. And then I think I put basil seeds. Yeah, look, purple basil. Come up, purple basil, come up. And some tomatoes. I think this is the tatsoi, and it's tatsoyan. And this might be parsnips or carrots. Got a tomato, 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 and another tomato I bought that she doesn't know what it's gonna be, so mystery tomato. Spoiler, they're all mystery tomatoes because when I put my peppers and my tomatoes on my mat inside, I drew a map. I didn't label them individually, and then everything got moved around, and then I put labels on with ink that got wet and washed away. So all my peppers and tomatoes are mystery ones. We have the Rose of Sharon 1, 2, 3, 4 that I foraged from my neighbors, and I've got lilacs and daylilies coming from someone. I've been feeling bummed out because I put lots of seeds here and down there and I haven't seen anything, but today I saw something is happening. What is it? I don't know, but I planted it. Established my lavender here. This little strip eventually will be like lavender, sage, and rosemary. And then from that local gardener, I got some green lettuce and romaine lettuce that I'm getting established. I got some sage from the local community garden plant fundraiser that they do every spring. This parsley is from that local gardener that I got the other veggies from. And then over here, I don't know if these are the black or the red raspberries. I do know they have thorns. So I was going to put service berries here, but we're gonna go ahead and establish brambleberries. That's bathtub. Really pleased to see milkweed, echinacea, milkweed all coming back from last year. And over here, I established the berries that are either black or red, and these don't have thorns. So yeah. So this is from the native plant sale yesterday at the Metro Parks. This is, I don't remember, garden phlox, echinacea, something else. These are all going in my neighbor's side yard. And then this is a nice shade one that will go right under there. And I got in a local plant swap group, and I think this is a willow bush. They gave me some irises. That's a lilac. This is, I don't know, it could be an azalea. I don't know. And then these are definitely some daylilies. And so there's a lot to install. Some of that is for us, some is for the neighbors. And then I got some herbs and some marigold for us. So today I did manage to pick up a lot of stuff, and my husband removed a little bit more here. So we'll be putting some daylilies in there, and he did a bunch of weeding, but other stuff is just gonna have to wait because I feel like garbage, which is annoying. This is a willow bush, and then we did irises. I think we'll do 2 rows of hostas here because that's so easy. But this was all free and from a local Facebook group. And the hostas will be free too because I already have someone who's got them. I'm really excited to change up my neighbor's yard, but I'm extra excited to be figuring out how to do it all for free. Even if it takes a little bit of time, it's so great to be able to do this for free. So join your Facebook groups, check out Marketplace. Don't be afraid to make ads and stuff. Maybe Craigslist, I don't know. Seed swaps, things like that. These are some native plants, native to Ohio, and they're shade plants. They would naturally grow in the understory in the forest. So the downside is they won't spread quickly, but hopefully they'll do something there. We'll see.
Okay, cool.
Look. Oh my gosh, you guys, look. Look. What about Arbok? This Memorial Day weekend caught me with some type of sickness, and I was in bed all weekend, texting my husband about what to do. And we still got a bunch of stuff planted, so I'm gonna do a quick rundown and show you what it's in our yard and our neighbors. I got these irises and this willow bush totally for free from a local plant swap group. So I thought it would be nice to establish bushes here to prevent people from cutting through her yard. And here, I think what we're gonna do is 2 rows of hostas, then irises. Then I think we're gonna do pawpaws, and I don't know what else, but that's the plan. So that's what I got going. We hit up the native plant sale held by our local Metro Parks, and there's echinacea and garden phlox. And something else that I forget what, but these will all be native. So this whole area from gutter to end of house will be native wildflowers, and in the fall we'll be putting in seeds for milkweed and stuff like that. These are the oft abused daylilies that we planted last year that have been mowed down 3 times. And then these are new ones that I got for free. And then this came in the bundle. We're not entirely sure what these are. I think irises. And the same goes for this little friend here. Not sure what this is. So we're just gonna plant them and let them grow. And once we figure out what they are, we'll figure out where we'll put them. We moved the dock from elsewhere in our garden to go here. It's very sad now, but it will come back, and next year it'll look like that. And that's how I want the edging of my driveway to be. I love it. I think it's beautiful. I mistakenly thought that broadleaf dock was native, and it is not native. It is edible, and if you save the seeds, they can be ground into gluten-free flour. So we're gonna keep it and manage it on our property because I think it's really pretty, and we will figure out how to eat it at some point. I foraged 4 Rose of Sharons from that Rose of Sharon over there, my neighbors. And then this came in the free plant swap group. This is a lilac. Looks really good. It's definitely gonna get established nicely. I bought these teeny tiny little lavender friends from a local gardener. And then I got the rosemary, sage, rosemary, sage, and more rosemary from a local nursery. This whole area here, this is gonna be all rosemary and sage right here. And I might bring in the rosemary over the winter or just save rosemary seeds and start it every year because the sage and the lavender should be perennial. There is borage in here coming up. And then I've got some marigolds. As we're slowly but surely turning this into like an herbal cottage garden. I do have some seeds I need to get in here. I have nasturtiums. But yeah, marigolds are amazing. If you haven't discovered the joy of eating marigolds, oh my gosh, you're missing out. They are, I would say, similar in strength to a mint, but they taste totally different. They don't taste like mint at all. They taste like marigold. They're so yummy. We do the leaves and the flowers in our salads. So like every week we'll take a bloom and put it in a salad. Like, it's so amazing. Add marigolds to your life. So yeah, that's what, and then the other things that we did this weekend are inside. So I'll show you that. Some of our indoor problems have been an escaping cat who managed to pull down the screen, jump outside, and was just outside overnight. And then the front enclosed porch gets a little too warm for the bunnies. Bunnies are very susceptible to heat, and we don't want dead bunnies. So this is what we've done to kind of handle that. We put hardware cloth in this window here so the cats can still enjoy it. We can still enjoy the breeze, but no cats can get out. And it's gonna be fine because this window is our window of egress, as well as these windows and these windows. So it's okay to have this window protected from the cats. We've also done it here and here so that the cats cannot get inside the bunny barn, because unfortunately there have been incidents with the cats and the bunnies. And then we went ahead and we put up screen on this window, and we've got screen over here. And next weekend we're gonna go ahead and do screen on this window, and we do have a ceiling fan to install so that our little friends down there can be happy and not too hot. You can see it gets warm in here, so we try to give them as much coolness as we can. And on the hottest days, when it's gonna be over 90, is when we leave the front door open. On a really hot day, when it's gonna hit 90 or above, we go ahead and leave the front door open because that gives them the most airflow. And we put any of the less bunny-friendly cats upstairs in a room like the one we have with air conditioning. And that way everyone can stay cool and safe. And that is what we did this weekend, establishing more perennial herbs, more perennial plants, and just keeping all our animals safe and the house cool.